see. Riding those horses through my field.
You sight more than horses if you don't.
What do you want, anyway?
We're trying to explain.
A bunch of Confederates slipped through our lines.
Through our ammunition dump down by the river.
Well, that's what it was.
How many there were, we don't know. A couple at least went up in the blast.
And the rest are in this area.
Why do you tell me all this?
They're on foot, the ones that made it away. We're after them, they know it. They'll be looking for a place to hide.
And you know what to expect if you're caught giving aid to them.
You waste your time.
That ammunition depot looked like a two-penny candle compared to that house and barn.
I take no part in this. I never have.
They're Confederate soldiers, Mr. Burrs. People in this county favor them.
I favor nothing. Only this land, my land. For the rest, the war, it is no concern to me. Now get out.
No concern to you?
And by the road, not through the field.
How come then you got a son fighting with the rebels?
I have no son.
From out of the West, Dick Powell's Zane Grey Theater. Tonight's star, Edward G. Robinson.
Checkmate. What a dumb dog. I beat in 3 straight games. One of the most important possessions of the Western settler was his dog. In many cases, on the wild frontier, man's best friend was man's only friend. Practice a little, will you? Before the Indian had the horse, he relied on the dog. With a pole frame such as this, a few dogs could pull well over 1,000 pounds of game and supplies. Times sure have changed. My dog is too lazy to chase my neighbor's cat. Almost every wagon train heading towards the frontier had dogs in the caravan. And according to the Rocky Mountain News, December 2nd, 1852, a man actually crossed the plains in a rig like this pulled by 2 dogs. Mark Twain heard about it and wrote, "Lots of folks say that between the outlaws and the Indians, the West is going to the dogs. This proves it ain't so. The dogs are going to the West." Now, with all this talk about dogs, I assume you'll think that our story's about dogs. Just to keep the record straight, it ain't about dogs at all. It's about men. Of course, it stars a doggone fine actor, Mr. Edward G. Robinson.
Let him go.
Squeal out of him, just one. He's the kid's old man, Hunt. Let him go. We gotta make sure you wouldn't yell out, Mr. Burrs.
You were on that raid?
We'll be going in a minute. All we want is some food.
You blew up their ammunition.
And some clothing, too, if you got any. You know where things are.
It's no good, Carter.
What's he mean, no good?
You saw for yourself. The place is crawling with blues.
Well, once we get to the river...
How you figure to get there with the full moon out?
Keep it low in the shadows.
What shadows? Where? Ain't nothing out there but open field.
Walk it slow.
They'd spot you a quarter of a mile away. I live here, Crowder. I've hunted at night. Those fields point you up like day.
You said we could help you. Your old man's place. You said we would.
Said we could hide.
So when? How long?
Till that patrol spreads out, the fire dies down.
I'm leaving. With a bullet in your head. There's no way to get through to the river?
Not with that fire.
Okay, then we hide.
But Crowder...
We got no choice. Where?
The storm cellar.
It's the first place they'd look.
Not this one. Come on. Get in.
If you think I'm going down there, hold up with them blues.
If they're interested in finding it, the blues won't.
Get in.
What about you?
I'll get some food.
done? What have you done?
You ever seen a man's arm blown off? I don't mean just shot, but blown clean from his body. I have. Arms and legs both. Horses running crazy, wild on fire.
What have you done?
I just told you.
Coming here to this place.
Why not? It's my home.
This raid, why did you come on this raid?
Ammunition depot. And the colonel said... Was it the major? I forget which. When I heard what I was going to have to do, I took off on a quarter of this.
Answer me, why?
So I get this back.
Why? You're wounded. As God is above, I don't understand.
What don't you understand?
You know what it means if they catch you here? You know what they will do to you?
They'll burn your wheat.
They'll hang you. They'll take you out at the bridge and hang you. Do you think it will make a difference that you tell them that officers ordered you to come here?
I wasn't ordered by anyone.
What?
I wasn't ordered, Father. I asked to come.
Asked to?
They're waiting.
I wait, too, for an answer. How much cruelty does a man have to take from a son?
Cruelty?
From the day that you leave. You remember that day? I beg you, why do you go? For what? A man who goes to war must have a reason.
I gave you a reason.
What? Others go, you tell me. This is a free state. You don't have to go. Nobody does. 1 out of 10. And now this raid. How can you, when you know what it can do to you, what it can do to this farm? Is it too much to tell? All right. All right. You go tonight, right now. I will harness the buckboard. I will take you through to the river.
We'll never make it. You know that.
For your sake, pray we do.
For my sake, Father. For mine.
No. They will see you.
Where?
The barn. In the loft. Under the straw in the loft.
Take Johnson and search the house. You 2 men, in the yard, and dig into those haystacks. Corporal, come with me.
What do you want? Hey, Lieutenant! Lieutenant, what do you want here? Lieutenant! There's nobody here! Wait! Nobody there! Here, this is my place, my farm. You have no right.
I don't want to have to shoot you, Mr. Burns.
But you have no right.
Look inside.
Nothing here, sir?
Is there a loft?
Yeah.
Nothing, sir. Nothing in the house, sir.
I searched the field from the rise to the draw, both sides of the road. Look for clothing and discarded packs.
What did you think you would find here?
There were 7 men on that raid, Mr. Burrs. 2 were killed in the explosion and 5 others escaped. 2 of those 5 were captured trying to make it across the river. They gave us the names of the rest. One of those names was Corporal Michael Burrs.
Not a thing in the yard, sir.
You checked the wheat sacks?
With sabers.
How about the storm cellar?
No, sir, there ain't none.
All right, join the others searching the fields.
Yes, sir.
You too, Corporal.
Sir?
Outside. That's a nice crop of wheat you have, Mr. Burrs. I'm from Indiana myself. I know my farming. Must have taken you years to build this place.
24.
You know the penalty for aiding a rebel. Crops confiscated, buildings, wagons burned.
You have no right to threaten me. I do what I was told. I've grown the wheat. I've been sending it to your armies.
He's been here, hasn't he?
Nobody's been here.
No, why not? He needs a place to hide. The rest of the farmers know what to expect if they helped him.
He wouldn't come here.
No? He's frightened, maybe hurt. You here, the only one he could really trust.
He wouldn't come.
Why not? Why wouldn't he? I asked you a question.
Well, we never get along.
You're his father.
We never get along. He knows what I feel for this war.
What do you feel, Mr. Burrs?
I'm Hungarian. I came to this country 26 years ago. It wasn't easy. I didn't know the ways, the people, and now this business of size, north and south. Well, in America, they say you are a free man. You have a right to make a choice. Well, I choose the land. I work it. I work it hard, like no one you ever see. I find the girl, marry, have a son. One son. And then my wife, she died when the boy is 12, and I have to raise him alone. From the first, there was something between us, my son and me, like a wall. I think to myself, it's his mother. He misses his mother. When he grow up, he will understand what I am to him. All right, he grows up, lives here, eats here, works in the fields with me. But always cold, lifeless, like a machine, without blood, without feeling. And now this war, he come to me and he say, I go. I tell him, how can you when you know that this land needs him? But he go just like he was trying to punish me. Punish me? Why? For what?
Anything?
No, sir.
Mr. Burrs, I don't know if your son has been here. I'll guess that he hasn't. But if he shows up, and I'll guess that he will, there's going to be grief. Corporal, I'm leaving you on guard here. If he tries to give any kind of a warning, kill him.
You're going.
I got to feed the horses.
At this time of night?
With this business of raids and patrols, I forgot.
Sit down.
They'll kick out a barn wall if I don't feed them. You can watch me from the kitchen. You can see the whole barn.
All right. Go ahead.
Michael. Oh, you're here.
They gone?
But when he searched the loft.
I was hanging from the ledge of the window. They leaving him out of here?
Yeah, one. You can get away.
Where is he?
In the house. Look, you can slip through the window. Keep this barn between you and the house. Cut through to the field.
I can't make it, Father.
Yes, you can.
Not even alone. Besides, what about the others?
Well, I'll get them out some way, but first you.
I'm safe here, at least for a while.
No. You got to go.
Why?
To save your life.
My life. To save my life or this farm. This farm. That's why you want me to go?
That's not true.
Not true, Father. It's all you ever cared about. Protecting this farm. That's why you try to stop me from going off to war.
How can you say this to me? Everything, all my life, whatever I do is for you.
Father, I've seen you. I've seen you out there in the field. I've seen you pick up the dirt and hold it to you. Close to you. But never me.
That's not true. I always loved you more than anyone, more than anything in this whole life. If I failed to show it to you, yet I have by this land. When I was a boy in Hungary, my father, he worked on a farm too, but he never owned anything. And from that time, I swear someday I'm going to have land of my own, somewhere, someplace, so I can give to my son something that he never could give to me. Now I have it. I got it to give to you. This field out there, the wheat.
This farm is sacred to you, Father. It's always come first. Before me and before my mother.
You don't know what you're saying.
That night the rainstorm came. She was sick. You took her out with you in the wet to help you carry the wheat in the barn.
She always helped me. Whatever was needed, whatever I had to do, just like I do for you.
My mother's death, that was for me. Father, I used to dream there in my room at night. I used to dream I was out in the wheat field. And the wheat was coming up all around me, clutching at me, trying to choke me to death. And I'd take a match and I'd light it on fire. And it would burn up all around. It would burn me too, but it would burn.
What else you think you're doing now? These soldiers, they come here, they find you here, they burn this place, and you with it. So this is why you came here. On this raid, to this farm, to destroy it. Even though it means destroying yourself.
Burn!
No.
Burns!
I was just finishing.
Back in the house. What are you asking for, a bullet? Get away.
Now, what am I doing?
That'll send sparks up the chimney. A warning, maybe, like the lieutenant said.
Come on, we're getting out of here.
What happened?
Put that out, they'll see.
Let them see. Let them all see. If it's the only way I can make you go, the only way I can make you believe.
What's he talking about?
Father!
That you should think that any of this is more important than my son. God, what am I?
Don't, Father.
As God is above, what am I?
We'll go, Father. Now, we'll go.
Look!
Come on. Well, come on before they see us. Trying to signal to keep us away. What you waiting for? Come on! Earth. They'll kill him. But you can't help him. I've got to. You can't. You can't help him.
Hold it, Sergeant. Killing him won't do any good. If they're anywhere near here, they've been warned by now. Save what you can. It'll probably take your barn. But if it doesn't...
I know the penalty.
The barn, the house. Those are orders. 24 years' work. Thrown away.
It's a small price for what I've gained.
Through my field. You sight more than horses if you don't.
What do you want, anyway?
We're trying to explain.
A bunch of Confederates slipped through our lines.
Through our ammunition dump down by the river.
Well, that's what it was.
How many there were, we don't know. A couple at least, one up in the blast.
And the rest are in this area.
Why do you tell me all this?
They're on foot, the ones that made it away. We're after them, they know it. They'll be looking for a place to hide.
And you know what to expect if you're caught giving aid to them.
You waste your time.
That ammunition depot looked like a two-penny candle compared to that house and barn.
I take no part in this. I never have.
They're Confederate soldiers, Mr. Burrs. People in this county favor them.
I favor nothing. Only this land, my land. For the rest, the war, it is no concern to me. Now get out.
No concern to you?
And by the road, not through the field.
How come then you got a son fighting with the rebels?
I have no son.
From out of the West, Dick Powell's Zane Bray Theater. Tonight's star, Edward G. Robinson.
Checkmate. What a dumb dog. I beat in 3 straight games. One of the most important possessions of the Western Center was his dog. In many cases, on the wild frontier, man's best friend was man's only friend. Practice a little, will you? Before the end, you'd have the horse, you'd rely on the dog. With a pole frame such as this, a few dogs could pull well over 1,000 pounds of game and supplies. Times sure have changed. My dog is too lazy to chase my neighbor's cat. Almost every wagon train heading towards the frontier had dogs in the caravan. And according to the Rocky Mountain News, December 2nd, 1852, a man actually crossed